I am literally going to be showing you the step-by-step model, which literally made me $5,000 this month already, and we're only 1 week into this month, and I'm 15 years old. And I'm going to be showing you the exact framework, the exact model, which I have used, and many hundreds and thousands of other people that have used to make their first dollar online and even become millionaires. This is a full course which I'm going to be giving to you simply for free because I want to help as many young entrepreneurs make money online. And I believe this is the best business model in the entire world as of 2024. So this is exactly how you can become a millionaire in 2024. And it's through a platform called Skool. Now, if you don't know, Skool is a platform where you host an online community such as this. So like this is like an online community which I've been hosting. And you literally just like get members in there and you can either make a free or a paid community and then you just monetize from there. And it's one of the easiest ways, one of the laziest ways to make money online. So here's a 10-step framework which we're going to cover today. So first off, we're going to go over finding your niche. So a niche is really, really essential, especially in building out your community. Then we're going to go over building an offer because if your offer isn't nailed, then you're not going to get any sales. Plus the bridge. So how are we going to bridge your community? Then we're going to go over a USP. USP is basically what your unique selling point is. What makes your community different? What makes your offer different from the rest? Next, we're going to go over building the actual community. So I'm going to go over a step-by-step framework. I'm going to show you guys exactly how you can build your community. Then we're going to go over lead generation systems, how to get leads, how to get qualified leads to your community. We're going to optimize your content. We're going to optimize your funnels such as YouTube, Instagram, Twitter, how to optimize all of that to get as many members as possible into your community. Then we'll go over community engagement, how to keep your community engaged, not a ghost town. Then we move on to affiliates and referrals, how to make that flywheel effect, just get more and more members in. Then we'll go over monetization, how to double down and make more money. And finally, we're going to go over partnerships and network, how to actually double, triple your money, which you're making from this community, from Skool. So that's exactly what we're going to be covering in today's full guide. So why should you listen to me? So there's this community called Adonis Gang, right? It's Hamza's online community. If you don't know who Hamza is, he's an influencer with 2.3 million subscribers on YouTube. And he's basically an influencer. He had a community of around 100,000 members. And I was actually at the top of that whole community. I was topped out. And the reason I was at the top of the community was because of the value I provided. My posts were getting consistently over 500 likes. 500 likes on Skool. And that built my reputation. I built a following from there. I literally just gave value. Just give value. I just gave value, spat out value. And there, I built my following. I built my social proof. And from there, I just met Aaron. So Aaron French is my business partner. So I met him from there. He actually sent me a DM. I replied to him. He's like, let's start a Skool community. Let's start. And I went further from there, right? Then I actually created the community. We've grown into 3,000 members in less than 6 months. And now we're consistently making over $3,000 a month from this community, from our low ticket and high ticket offer. And I'm going to show you from my low ticket and high ticket offer. And I'm going to show you exactly how you guys can do the exact same. So how do we do that, right? So there's basically a few key elements we actually covered inside the community. So why should you choose Skool? So Skool is an amazing platform. And the reason for that is there's a community tab, there's a course tab, there's a courses where you can host like different courses, and then there's gamified. So community, what's the community tab? So the community tab is like where I just come here and I can just like write a title and then I just write something about it. And then I can make a poll or I can select what category I can choose it in. I can add some gifts. So it's an amazing platform. It's like Facebook group spot. It's on steroids. So that's what the post section is. And then you can also host calls inside the community. So they can have like webinars. You can have weekly calls, weekly Q&As. Like if you go here, just go to the calendar section. You can see the calls we have, right? The link is there. And then at 7 p.m. All right. That's what the calls is. And then there's the courses and classroom section. So if you go to navigate to the classroom section, this is the course. So I just click here. Let's go on Start Here course, right? You see what's inside the Start Here course. You can record a video, add some description there. And that's basically like school. Everything is into one. And on top of that, they have a gamified section as well, which is to gamify the whole experience of the users. So basically what that is if I go to community, every time I make a post and someone likes it, or every time I leave a comment on someone's post and someone I like it, someone likes it, I basically get 1 point. So 1 point, there's a leaderboard here of 4 points. So every point I get, I'll move up to leaderboard. So if we go to the leaderboard section, right? These guys, he's got 27 points, which is basically 27 likes, right? Used to score 551 likes this month, right? 6,000 likes in all time. So this is exactly like Skool has gamified this whole thing. So it's an amazing, amazing platform. It's literally put like 4 different platforms into one, which is absolutely amazing. So this is why you should get on Skool. All right, another reason is Alex Samosi. Now, one of the biggest entrepreneurs of this time, he's invested $200 million into Skool. So he's an investor of Skool, 200 million. And he's one of the biggest entrepreneurs of all time. Now, if this doesn't convince you that this is the best business model, then I don't know what's going to convince you, right? But if you're the top 1% out there and you want to take action, then go ahead and join my free community down below and get started with your journey right now. So Alex Samosi, one of the biggest entrepreneurs, has invested 200 million, and he's also the co-owner of Skool now. So this is another and this is going to be growing. He's continuously promoting Skool through YouTube ads, through Facebook ads, continuously promoting it. The platform's getting bigger and bigger. And this is the best time to cash in, is when it's growing. Because if you start a community now, and within 1 year from now, the Skool platform is going to be absolutely massive. You're going to have a massive client base. So if you get on Skool right now, you'll be making a shitload of money in the next few months. So now let's go over the 10-step framework. So the first step in a 10-step framework to actually building out your Skool community is you need to select your niche, because niche is extremely, extremely important. It determines where your community goes, it determines what the community is about, it determines what kind of audience you want to attract. So let's go over step 1, which is finding your niche. All right, step 1. So the first thing we've got to do is we need to find out your custom. We've got to find out your ideal customer avatar. And there's a simple way which I like to do it. So I just have a small Google Docs worksheet open, which I just identified what's the ideal age of my customer avatar. What do they do for a living, right? What's their gender? What are their interests, strengths, and what's their income? Because what this is going to allow you to do, it's going to allow you to craft your messaging in a better way to actually attract that ideal customer avatar. It's going to allow you to build the courses, the classroom, all the value you give around your ideal customer avatar. And this is extremely, extremely important, right? This is what's going to separate a low-tier community from a high-tier community. This is what's going to separate you from making $100 a month to $10,000 a month. So do not skip this. This is market research. Do not skip this, okay? Even Charlie Morgan, one of the biggest entrepreneurs of this time, has said market research is the reason you're going to be making more money, right? The better market research you have, the more market research you do, the more money you're going to make. So make sure you do not skip this step, right? So next step after you've done that is what you want to do is you want to identify 5 pain points of your ideal customer, or 5 pain points your ideal customer has, right? So there's a simple ChatGPT prompt, which I like to use to actually help me find this out if you don't want to do it manually, right? So it's just a simple prompt saying, hey, I'm whatever the name is, and I want to create a strong marketing message for my business using some of the data I've collected. Can you list me 5 specific pain points of my ideal viewer, and then just give it some information. And they want to XYZ. So what does your ideal avatar want to do? What's their end goal? Example that could be they want to make money. So I'm going to put this in ChatGPT and get back to you guys and show you exactly how powerful this is. So I've just put this prompt into ChatGPT. So I've given it some information as well about my ideal avatar. So let's put it into ChatGPT and let's see what it gives out. So one action step I have for you right now is to put this prompt into ChatGPT. Type it out right now. Pause this video, type it out, and I want you to do it right now. Otherwise, you're a loser. Let's see what ChatGPT gives. So give it some time to load. Okay. Awesome. Now it's giving me 5 pain points. So the first one is basically just lack of time. So balancing your job while growing that online school community, then limited income, then content overload, audience engagement, and what's that. So it's giving me 5 main strategies, which is absolutely amazing. This is exactly what I want now, right? So I want you to do it right now. Right, so after we've done that, what we want to do is we actually want to find the pain points, or we actually want to find the problems that are associated with these pain points. So these 5 points which ChatGPT gave me, what we want to do is we want to find problems that are associated with each of the pain points. So now with each pain point, we know there's different problems inside of it. So for example, lack of time, there's certain problems inside of that. Limited income, there's certain problems inside of that, right? So that's what we want to find out. So there's another prompt which I like to use for that. Now, using the pain points above, create me 5 to 10 problems that are associated with each pain point. Write this in detail. Right. So I'll do it real quick and I want you to as well. So I've just put the prompt in, I'm just going to press enter. Now let's see what ChatGPT gives me. Okay, easy. Now ChatGPT is giving me the 10 points. So as you can see, like these 10 points now. So now what we're next going to do is we need to find out the desires of the ideal avatar. Now, one more tip if you don't know, I want you to open up a Google Doc. Literally just put all your information about your ideal avatar into one Google Doc. So literally just open up Google Doc. Just name it market research and literally just chuck all your information in there. Make sure to format it as well, such as like, say, pain points, problems, pain. So like, literally just simple as that, just copy and paste it in, and their way is you have like a whole database on actually your market research. So it's going to be much easier for you when you're creating your offer. Right. So once we've done that, once we found the pain points and the problems associated with those pain points, what we needed now, next find out is what the desires of the ideal avatar is. What do they desire? What do they want to get? So there's another prompt which I like to use from ChatGPT is like, now using the information above about the ideal avatar, I want you to write down 5 to 10 desires of this person. So I'm going to do this real quick and I want you to do as well. So I've just written down this prompt and let's see what ChatGPT gives me. Okay, awesome. Now, so it's giving me 10 points, which are 10 desires of this person, which is basically tailored to all the information that's given to me above. So that's awesome. Now, what I want you to do is I want you to copy and paste that into the Google Doc there. And yeah, next step is basically understanding this. By now, you should have like the age, occupation, income, strengths, and interests. So you should know what the ideal age or the person you're targeting, what the age range is, what the average age is, what job they're doing, what's their occupation, how much they're making, what's their strengths, their interests. You should now clearly understand their pain points. I don't want you to just like click enter and just like copy and paste it. I actually want you to read every single point ChatGPT is giving you, because if you're not doing that, there's no point of even doing this, right? So I want you to look at it. So just clearly look at it, right? Understanding what it's saying, and that way you're going to gain a better understanding. All right. Next, you should understand their pain points, their problems associated with those pain points, and their desires, right? This is enough market research for now, but then next what we need to do is we need to identify their current and desired situation, because this is going to take our market research to the whole next level. This is what's going to separate you from your competitors, because you know the current situation of your ideal avatar. You know the desired situation of your ideal avatar, right? Now we're going to understand. So what's current and desired situation? So the current situation is basically where the viewer is at right now, where the ideal customer avatar is right now. Maybe it's making $1,000 a month. Maybe it's working a shitty 9-to-5 job. Whether it's working at a warehouse, which they want to quit a job, right? Where they're at right now. 10 members in the community, 15, 30, 40, an unengaged community. Where are they at right now? What is their current situation? I want you to define that right now. Right. Then the desired situation is basically where they want to be. So where do they want to be? What's their end goal? What's the dream outcome? Is it to have a community of 10,000 members? Is it to be making $20,000 a month? Is it to quit their 9-to-5 job with a replaceable online income? What's their end goal? So I'm going to show you exactly how to identify this, but it's just a key concept, a key term, which I want you to understand. Current and desired situation. Okay, now what I want you to do is I want you to answer this yourself, or you can use the help of ChatGPT. I'm not going to include any prompts because I want you to do this by yourself. So to understand the current situation, this is what we need to understand. So what is the transformation? So what is the transformation that your ideal avatar wants to make? What is the transformation that they want to make? Right? I want you to answer that question. Put it in Google Doc, put it into ChatGPT. Next thing is I want you to ask yourself, what do they want to achieve? What do they want to achieve? Whether it's 20K a month, whether it's that luxury lifestyle, whether they want to live in Dubai, what do they want to achieve? And then I want you to ask yourself or ask ChatGPT, where are they at right now? What's their current state, right? And this is going to help us understand their current state. So these 3 questions are going to help us understand their current state. Now let's move on to the next one. All right, answer this question. Where do they want to be? Use ChatGPT, use Google Docs. Where does the ideal avatar want to be? And this is going to help us understand the desired situation, the desired state. All right, move on to the next point. Now, we need to understand how can you help them with this, right? And the way you can help them is basically through creating the whole offer and all that. So this is exactly everything. But I simply just want you to write down how can you help them. Just like write down dot points or bullet points. How can you help them achieve the desired goal? Maybe you can ask ChatGPT to give you some ideas and then just use those ideas in your points. But how can you help them achieve that transformation from current state to desired state? How can you help them achieve that? Right. So by now you should have done this. Now I should have paused the video and taken some action. Otherwise you're an absolute loser and you're not going to make money online from school. By now, you should understand the current situation of your audience and the desired situation, right? And now you should probably understand this, right? So where they are right now is the current situation, and where they want to be is the desired situation. Now, we want to bridge the gap, and how do we bridge the gap is how you can help them go from current situation to desired situation. You're going to help them go make that transformation, and that's going to be through your product, which we're going to develop. That's going to be through your offer, which we're going to develop, right? So where they are right now. So this is what their present pain and problems are. So you're in the problems and pains that have been listed out. This is their current situation, right? All the pains and problems, that's part of their current situation, right? Desired situation is what do they gain. So I want you to understand, what do they gain, right? Whether it's that luxury lifestyle, what do they gain get that desired situation? What's the benefits of having that desired situation? Because once you understand this, you're going to be able to leverage it in your sales calls. You're going to be able to leverage it in your messaging, in your marketing, in your brand, in everything you do. You will be able to leverage this and create content, create a messaging so specific that's going to target your ideal avatar. This is why I'm placing a lot of emphasis on this. Now, the next step is after we've done that is we need to go on to this part, which is you want to answer this question. What do they not like about the current options they have available to them? So what do they not like about the current options they have available to them? We can use this again with another ChatGPT prompt, which using all the information above about my ideal customer. What do they not like about the current information? All right. So before we even do this step, what we want to do is we want to give all this information. So all these questions you've answered, I want you to give it to ChatGPT. If you didn't use ChatGPT, now if you did use ChatGPT, you don't need to feed it to them because it already knows. It's already how the algorithm, the memory works. So this is the next question. So I'm gonna write this out really quickly, and then I'll see what ChatGPT gives me. So here's the question. I'm just gonna press enter and put the ChatGPT. Let's see what it gives me. So it's just gonna give me those 10 points. And now what I'm gonna basically do is I'm gonna be putting these points into a Google Doc again. So put everything on Google Doc. Market research. This is gonna be your most powerful Google Doc. I know I'm emphasizing this so much, but it is that powerful. Market research is that powerful. Right, so it's giving me that 10 points. Now I'm just going to use it, read through every single one, see if there's one that you don't like, or just see which one's like, if you understand some of these. Just want you to understand the key concepts around this. Right, so now once we've done that, is we want to go over the next point. Is you want to ask yourself, what's stopping them from making that change? What's stopping them from making that current situation to desired situation? What's stopping them from making that transformation? Right, is it internal roadblocks they have? Is it external roadblocks they have? Is it limiting beliefs they have? An example of limiting belief is like, what are some limiting beliefs I hold? So this is an example. I want you to write this in your market research doc again and ask ChatGPT, what are some limiting beliefs my ideal customer avatar may holds? So write down 3 assumptions they may have. So I want you to do this. So using all the information about my ideal avatar, here is their current situation they are. So input all the information about their current situation, and here's the desired situation. How can I help them make this change? And what's the most common limiting beliefs they have? So you can write what's the 3 most common limiting beliefs they have when it comes to making that change. And I want you to write that in a Google Doc. Now you have 3 limiting beliefs, and now you can work to overcome them later down the line. Right? It's as simple as that. Next thing is maybe it's paradigms they hold. Right? So if you don't know what a paradigm is basically how a person perceives reality and the world. So how my perspective of the world is, what's their perspective of the world, what's their point of view. Everyone has a different point of view of the world. Everyone has a different point of view of what a MacBook is, right? Let's take the example of Apple. Not everyone may like Apple, right? A lot of people may like Apple, but the other people may not like Apple. That's the belief they hold. That's the point of view they see the world from. That's what a paradigm is, right? So this is how a paradigm is made up. You're probably wondering, right? Paradigms are made up of bunch of beliefs, assumptions, judgments, convictions, principles, ideas, understanding, knowledge, senses, and theories that a person may have. This is exactly how paradigms are being formed every single day. Literally every single day, paradigms are being formed, and they can shape your reality. Now, a faulty paradigm is a wrong set of beliefs that your ideal avatar holds. So I want you to find out a bunch of faulty paradigms they have, so then you can work to overcome them and then convince them to buy your product. So I want you to put this prompt into ChatGPT as well to find out a bunch of faulty paradigms your viewer may have. So this is the prompt. Now you understand the limiting beliefs of my ideal customer as well. What are some of the common faulty paradigms that they may hold when it comes to working with me or making a decision to make that transformation? List all the faulty paradigms they hold in extreme detail. Right? Now this is what's going to help you. So it can help you understand those faulty paradigms they hold. Right? Utilizing AI. It's going to be extremely powerful because you can then use this to your advantage in the sales calls, in the VSL, in the marketing, in the messaging. Trust me, this is all part of the process. Even though it doesn't feel like you're making much progress at all, you're making a ton of progress if you're following along and doing all the action steps. Now we've done all this stuff, like step one. Now we've come to the conclusion of step one. And there's one final action step which you need to do to conclude this. So you need to write down your entire niche, right? So now there's 3 questions which you need to answer again. And I want you to combine this into one sentence. So have like a 1-sentence response for each of these answers. We're using all the information. You can use ChatGPT as well to help you with this. Just put all the information in ChatGPT and tell it to condense each question into 1 sentence. So who is the specific person you're helping, right? In 1 sentence. What transformation will you help them make? That's in 1 sentence. And how will you help them? How will you help them through using a specific unique method and framework? Right there in 1 sentence. Then I want you to put all that information into Google Doc, and then I want you to spit that information, spit the answer ChatGPT gave you, and tell it to combine it into 1 sentence. And now an example of that could be, right, it should be very condensed now. I help low-to-get school community owners to grow the free community to 1,000 members within 60 days by teaching them all the systems necessary to achieving those results. Now I want you to do that. You can even put this result into ChatGPT to give it a bit of understanding of what it's like, what the 1 sentence is. But that's basically step 1 done. We basically help you do all your market research, find your niche, find your ideal customer avatar, find their limiting beliefs, everything. Now I want you to just do not let go of this doc. Constantly keep refining this doc once you get more and more information, because this is going to be a gold mine. This is going to be where you make your money. This Google Doc is going to help you make the most amount of money in your entire business. Now we've done step 1. Now we've got to move on to step 2, which is creating your offer and bridge. Now this is going to be arguably the second most important step after finding your niche. So make sure you follow along. Make sure you utilize AI. Make sure you do all these prompts, all these questions. I want you to answer this while you're watching the video, because I know you're not going to do it after the video. You're not going to take action after the video, right? You tell yourself you're going to take action after the video, but in reality, you're not. You're just procrastinating. You just want that dopamine hit. You just want to watch a YouTube video after YouTube video after YouTube video. You want to get that knowledge to satisfy yourself. You're thinking you're making progress, but you're not making progress at all. So take action with me right now while I'm going through this entire video. Now, I want you to answer these few questions, which is just going to help us start off finding more about our offer and actually help you create the offer. So first off, you want to understand what's your niche. So I want you to write down your niche in 1 sentence on a separate Google Doc, or on this Google Doc as well. Right. Next thing is, I want you to write down in 1 sentence, what's your ideal avatar's current situation? What's their desired outcome? And what is it costing them to not change and stay where they are right now? All right, an example that could be, example of answering this question is money, freedom, time, success, wealth. Right. So I want you to utilize all the data from step 1, and I want you to put into ChatGPT and use this prompt. So the prompt is basically using all the data about my ideal avatar. I want you to input the niche sentence, input the ideal avatar, current situation, desired situation, and say, now using the information, what is it costing them to stay where they are currently and not change? Right? It could be costing them money. It could be costing them time. It could be costing them 60 hours over the whole month. It could be costing them 500 hours over the entire year. It could be costing them $50,000 extra in expenses. So what is it costing them to not make the change? So once you've done that, we move on to the next step. Right? And the next one is, what would it be worth to them to get that desired outcome? So what's going to be worth to them to get that desired outcome? Maybe it could be worth wealth, success, time, freedom, money, whatever it is. Now there's another prompt I'd like to use for this one. Now, using all the data collected above, what would it be worth to them to get the desired outcome? Simply put that in ChatGPT, see what it gives you. Now you got those. I want you to put it in Google Doc as well on your market research Google Doc. Name it market research plus offer doc. And then you can have like a market research section above and then an offer section at the bottom for this one. Because this is extremely, extremely important. Now, once we've done that, right? Once we've done that, we move on to the next step. Is what are most people in your niche currently doing to achieve the desired outcome? Now, you can ask ChatGPT for this, but I think using your own personal brain for this and doing a bit of research for yourself is going to help you a lot with this one. So you want to see what are other people in my niche doing? For example, it could be making YouTube videos. It could be making a school community and teaching them X, Y, Z. It could be running through a done for you product. So what are people inside your niche currently doing to help your ideal avatar go from the current to desired situation? Then you want to see what are they doing right now. So currently, as of now, what are they doing? Is it making YouTube videos? Is it creating content on Instagram? Is it running a free school community? Is it running ads? What are they doing to help them make that change? Are they doing a done for you product? Are they doing like an 8-week program? What are they doing right now? Again, put this on the Google document. Next step is I want you to ask yourself, well, what strategies are they trying? So what strategies are they trying to get that result? Then you want to ask, is it working for them? Next question is, what are other people selling to your niche to reach their desired outcome? So simply answering these questions is going to be extremely, extremely powerful. It's going to help you a lot in building out your offer, in building out your service. So then after you've done that, you want to ask yourself, is it working for them? And if it is working for them, I want you to ask, what are the strategies that are working? What can you learn from them? What are they not doing that you can do? How did they reach their desired outcome? And how is it working for them? Simply answering these questions are going to be simply so powerful. Right? Now, if you answered no, is it not working for them? So what is it specifically that is not working? What can you do that they're not doing? And what is their framework to getting the client results? Now, if you can answer this, you will make a shit ton of money. You will make a lot of money. Your offer will be so, so powerful. Right? So the next step is basically understanding this. What's going to be included in your offer? What are you including in your offer? That will make it different. That will make it stand out. That will make it different from what the market's offering. What's going to make your offer different? Now, based on the value, what is a totally unreasonable price for your offer? Right? And I'm asking this question because I want you to overvalue your offer. Now, if your offer was worth $2,000 and you're charging $597, that's an absolute steal. If your offer is worth $6,000, if you're saving the person $10,000 every single month and you charge $997 a month, that is a totally unreasonable price. So that's exactly what we want to do. We just want to give out a lot more value. An example that could be in my about page. I think this is big exaggerated for $37,000, but let's say $3,785. If I'm saving you $3,785, and all you have to do is pay $37 a month, that's a bloody steal, isn't it? That's an absolute steal. That's what we want. That's what we want to do with our offer. I'm going to show you exactly how we can do that. So next question is, what guarantee can you offer? So an example of a guarantee is like this one over here. Join now, make $5,000 a month, right? Make $5,000 a month, right? Learn how to get your first paying client in 30 days. So that's the guarantee I can offer. What's the guarantee you can offer, right? And this all feeds into this one. You want to add a risk reversal on top of that. Notice the name. Then on top of that, we also want to have a risk reversal. An example of a risk reversal is results-based money-back guarantee. Now, if you don't get the results in a certain time frame, you give 100% of the money back. This is going to be so, so powerful. Literally, this is going to make your offer so powerful, right? And why should you add a risk reversal? Because it's going to be a higher likelihood of purchasing. Right. Another example of a risk reversal would be, I'll coach you for free until you get those results. If you don't get XYZ results in the next 90 days, I will coach you for free until you get those results. Now, I included a 7-day money back guarantee. When I took the screenshot, it was quite a while back, and I didn't understand the power of a results-based money back guarantee. So what I would do is I would replace it saying results, money back guarantee if results not guaranteed, something like that. If you don't get the results within 90 days, 100% money back guarantee. This is so, so powerful. This is what's going to get you a shit ton of money, right? So after that, what offer can you guarantee? What we want to do is we want to ask you, what scarcity and urgency tactics are you going to use, right? How are you going to, like, an example of a scarcity and urgency tactic is like 10 spots left, or like we go over here, right? Scarcity. So limited spots available. You can use like the limited spots available. An example could be like 10 spots available. Closes at 40 members, right? You can see Luca Belmar does this really well. He's like, it's only for certain people. An example, urgency could be prices increasing soon. Join our price increasing soon, right? Another one could be incentive based. So next 5 people get XYZ bonuses. So this is an example of what I did, right? Next 5 people, right? One more spot left, right? Let me start my offer. So 20 USD, I'm below the dollars by $27. And this is what they get. So this is bonuses they get on top of that. Right, this is exactly how we can extremely superpower offer. Next thing is, how are you going to present your no-brainer? How are you going to present your no-brainer offer with a value stack? Because once you have a value stack, it overvalues your offer even more. So as you can see, a value stack is basically writing down what it is, like what you're offering, and then having like how much you usually charge for this stuff, and then just adding it up at the end and just saying what the total price is, and then how much you're charging for it. This is going to make it even more powerful. Next thing, what we can do is we can include bonuses. So what bonuses are you going to include in your no-brainer offer? Because bonuses make people feel special. If you say, these bonuses for the next 5 people that join, this is going to make them feel special. So example of bonuses could be Inner Circle Mastermind, a school entrepreneur networking community, unlimited one-to-one personal high-performance coaching, right? This is going to make it so more powerful, so much more powerful. Now, once you've done that, we move on to the next step. I'm hoping you guys are all doing this on your Google Doc as well, like writing this down on a piece of Google Doc right here, because it's going to help you so much in the future. Now, the next step is, I want you to ask this question right now. What would you do if this person paid you $100,000 today? What are 10 things you can do right now to over-deliver? What are 10 ways you can overcome their pain points? Imagine this person paid you 100 grand right now. What would you be doing? What's the next 10 steps you would take? Write this down on Google Doc. Literally write this down on Google Doc. It's going to be so powerful. Right. So next we move on to using this ChatGPT prompt. I want you to put this in ChatGPT. Using all the information above, what are 10 ways in extreme detail and specificity that I can help my ideal avatar overcome all their pain points and help them achieve their desired situation? That could be the 10 ways which you could deliver that. Right. Next thing is components of your offer. Now we're going to help you consider so the components of your offer is basically what you're going to be doing to make sure that those steps, so these 10 steps which you just laid out, what can you do to make sure those steps are done and they get results ASAP? So literally just put this question to ChatGPT. It'll give you a ton of replies. Okay. Here's just my example for that. So basically, tailored niche and audience consultant. Like you can just take a look at that, right? This is what ChatGPT gave me, and I just like use this for when I was building out my offer. I'll just give you some time to quickly read that. Okay, now I want you to write down next what will increase and decrease in the lives of the avatar after they've gone through your program. So an example of what will increase is their recurring revenue, their freedom, the time they have. What will decrease? Churn rates, anxiety. What else will decrease? I don't care, but I don't know. But you can go ahead and brainstorm this. This is so simple, right? Because once you understand what will increase and decrease, you can use this in your sales calls to leverage. It is so simple to use this in your sales calls. So once you've done that, I want you to identify what the price point of your offer is. So how much are you charging for this? What's the time frame? So are you going to deliver the results in 90 days, in 120 days, in 150 days, in 180 days, in 30 days? What's the time frame? And then I want you to identify in one sentence, what is the desired outcome? So I'll just show you, just give a bit more detail on what this is. So price point, how your price structure will look for you to provide your services. Next is the time frame. So how long you give your service based on when they pay. So how long will you give your service based on when they pay? Right? And the desired outcome is where they should expect to be, or after they've been through your program, or after your service is over. Right? And this is exactly what you pitch on the sales call, is the desired outcome and the time frame it will take to get there. And this is exactly what your offer is. Now what I want you to do is I want you to put all this into one sentence, and that's exactly what your offer is going to be. So hopefully by now, we should have found your niche in one sentence. We should have your offer. Now we're going to move on to the next step. Now, the third step in starting and scaling your school community is you need to identify a unique selling point, because if you don't identify yourself as different from your market, or you have that unique selling point, then no one's really going to buy from you because they might as well just go to your competitors. So you need to make a unique offer in the market if you want to stand out. So here's exactly what I want you to do. And I'm specifically saying this, do not use AI for this, okay? I want you to do it yourself. So I want you to write a long and unfiltered brain dump as to why your ideal avatar should buy from you. Literally just like write a bunch of notes on this Google Doc we literally created. And I'm just saying, yeah, do not use AI for this. Just use your own brain. Just use your own brain for once. Do not use AI for this. And I want you to do it on this Google Doc. There's a few questions you want to answer. But yeah, next thing I want you to do is I want you to answer this question. How can you make your offer an opportunity rather than improvement? So how can you make it an opportunity for the client or rather than an improvement in their own life? And here's just an example of what I just wrote using a bit of AI for this as well. It's a unique methodology. We prefer transformation. It's a bit exclusive, long-term impact, immediate action. So you can use your own brain for this as well. But yeah. So there's some other problems I want you to solve as well. Other questions I want you to solve. So why do they have to go to you to solve their problem? Why does your ideal avatar go to you to solve their problem? Why don't they go to the competitors? Why specifically do they have to go to you? Right? What's so unique about your offer? Right? So you can put this into ChatGPT and it's going to answer the questions for you. Next thing is, what would make your avatar buy from you? What would you have to do to make your avatar buy from you? And then what would make them trust you? So what would make your avatar trust you? So the best way to make your audience trust you is just by warming up your audience or your existing following on social media. Or if you don't have one, then I just recommend continue following one, or just don't follow this pattern then, right? I'm just going to show you exactly how you warm up your audience. So this is the content warm up, like how to warm up your audience properly using Instagram stories. So buying decisions. You need to understand that people buy from people. So you need to show your audience that you're a person. You're not a bot. You're an actual human being. And the way you show that is through Instagram stories. Show them through your stories, leverage stories. Stories are extremely powerful, right? Authenticity. Show people the real you. Show people an insight into your life and insight into your life, right? Get your phone out and just start like recording, like, oh, I just recorded a 3-hour long YouTube video or something like that, right? Next thing is trust. So I want you to build a genuine connection and trust with the viewer. And the only way you can do that is through creating more content, creating talking head content, okay? Maybe even doing some lives every now and again. And the final thing is like, audience is telling stories. So tell people who you were 5 years ago and who you are now. Tell them how you made that change. Tell them the story. There's a guy named Javed Zain. There's a really good example of how he does this in this About Me part. So he goes over the before, so what he used to do, right? He's telling his whole story, right? As you can see. Look at that. He's going over his whole story. Now, this is basically something you can do as well in your thing. But yeah, I highly recommend you do this and all this, where you tell a story and we make the person feel a connection with you. And then the final thing you need to do to warm up your audience is you need to show them. You need to show them that your business model or your path is the best. You need to show them that through the changes you've made. You need to show them that this is the best way to make this change. Let's say someone wants to lose 50 kg, 50 pounds in the next month or so. You need to show them that your method is the unique. Your method is the best way to achieve that result. Right? This is exactly what Iman Ghazi does. He convinces you that SMA is the best business model. They tell you, Jordan Walsh tells you that dropshipping is the best business model. Hamza tells you that content creation is the best business model. Right? And you also need to answer this question. Why should they believe you can make them go from their current situation to the desired situation? And the only way you can do that is through showing your own transformation. Like I said, showing the story, like what I said with Javed Zain. I showed you what he did, right? Showed his before and after, 5 years and then into now, right? And then you want to show them that your way, your methodology, your mechanism is more unique, is the best one, is the best way to make that result, is the best way to make them go from the current situation to the desired situation. Okay? And then I want you to answer this final question. What makes you different from your competitors? And this is pretty simple. It's your story. So your story, you got to leverage your story. You want to leverage your personal, you want to use your personal brand and leverage your stories. So you want to tell more and more stories because that's going to help you stand out from your competitors. So that's step 3 done, which is your unique selling point. Now, hopefully you've warmed up your audience. Hopefully you've come up with like kind of a plan to warm up your audience, how to like, be authentic, build trust, tell stories, and how you can actually show them that, how you build that transformation. Right? That's step 3. That's unique selling point done. Now we move on to step 4, which is actually building the proper community. This is like a no bullshit section. We're gonna actually build a community for you. So the first thing we need to do is we need to decide a name. So the name should be related to what you do and what your niche is. So just a few examples that could be, there's a community called Creator Community. You can obviously tell the communities for creators. Next thing is Community Builder. So you can obviously tell if you're building a community, it's the community right there. And then Digital Wealth Academy is going to teach you how to make digital wealth. All right, so it's pretty simple. Right, you can ask ChatGPT, give me 50 names for this idea, or using all the information above. Here's my niche, here's my offer, make me a name. You come up with a name. It's pretty simple. I'd like to keep it short and sharp. Right. Next thing is, like, as you can see, the description is the next important part. So the description, this is the description of the community. So this is the name, and this is the description. So learn how to make money online. Just go to the about page. Right. The description should be related to what you do and what your niche is. Again, you can tell ChatGPT, give the niche, give the offer, say in one line, give me a small description. As you can see, create a community. Learn how to make $4,866 a month on YouTube and Instagram. Right. Aligns perfectly with what their niche is. Learn how to make money online with Skool. Aligns perfectly with what the community is about. Right. And the description is basically your offer. One line of your offer. Next, we move on to the about page. So this is basically the about page of the Skool community. So that's the about page. So in the about page, we want to introduce a few things. We want to have some urgency, we want to have a value stack, we want to introduce some scarcity, and we want to show them the desired outcome. So here's some examples of some good about pages. All right. If we check, here's some about pages. As you can see, right, this is what they get, right? And then here's some scarcity. Price goes up to $57 a month. Next, what do you get? So this is what the viewer gets. This is like a value stack right there. This, so you can see the price right there. Next things, we have the bonuses here. As you can see, again, there's another value stack there. Value stack. And then basically it's got like a total price there. As you can see, $27,000. And then we just get for $37 a month, right? That's what it is so far. And then you can see there's some more urgency scarcity there. Try risk-free for 7 days, 100% money back guarantee. And then click now. It's like a small CTA. And then you can check some testimonials. And then if you have a discount code, you can click and join that. That's a really good idea. Again, as you can see the about page. It talks about the urgency, value stack, scarcity, and desired outcome. And let's check the next about page. All right, so this is what happens when you join the community. Try risk-free for 7 days. All right, path 1. These are all the courses, and the value stack is there. The value stack, and then the bonuses. So some more bonuses. And then you have a total value there, and then it says try risk-free for 7 days. Lock in your price against the more scarcity urgency to make the people buy now because the price will increase at 50 members. And then join now. That's like what the desired outcome is. Join now, make $5,000 a month for only $37 a month. And see testimonials. And if you're still unsure, you can have a talk with me, or just have a call, book a one-to-one call with me. So that's basically the about page structure right there. I think that's some good about pages right there. Next thing is, after you've done the about page, this is the about page. I've changed it up a little. Is the VSL. So VSL, right? There's some things you want to address in the VSL. The really, really important things. Is first thing you would address some social proof. So why should the viewer trust you? A way to give social proof is just show some testimonials. The transformation you've made, transformation you've helped some other people make. Put that in your VSL. It's going to be extremely, extremely powerful. Next thing is you want to show access. So how do they get access to your community, right? They get access to you, one-to-one access to you. Next thing is you want to show some bonuses. So what the bonuses they are, you want to show them inside the community. And some other things I want to address in the VSL is you want to talk about limiting beliefs. So what are some limiting beliefs to have? So as we see over here, we talked about the limiting beliefs the viewer may have. What you want to do is you want to address those limiting beliefs, and you just want to break them very, very indirectly in the VSL. So you want to break those limiting beliefs in the VSL. That way, when the viewer joins the community, they have no limiting beliefs, and that way you can just upsell it to the community. So access, bonuses, we talk about limiting beliefs, bonuses, and you want to show them inside the community. So what's inside, what do they get? Show them a brief walk through the courses, what they get inside the community, the calls, just the value inside the community. This is going to be really, really powerful because it's going to give them that, that slight sneak peek, and they want to join a bit more. Right. Another bonus tip I have for you is study some other VSLs from really, really big creators. So you can study from Max Pearson, me, Igor, Hamza, right? So you look at these guys' VSLs, see what they include, and then just try and replicate that, see the framework. Don't get the whole word by word VSL and just make your own like that. What I want you to do is I want you to see the framework they're using. So what's the framework they're using, right? This is a small framework I use, right? I'm gonna redo my VSO soon. I have some more, but I want you to see the framework they're using and see the kind of word they're using and try and replicate that, try and emulate that in your own niche. Next thing is you've probably made the community by now, so we've done the whole about page. Now we're gonna move on to the inside of the community now. First thing is you wanna have a category tab. So these are the categories right here. As you can see, general announcements, value. And what categories are basically every time I make a post, I'm gonna have to categorize the post. Okay, let's see. Go here. Best way to do categories is you go to categories and just like add a category there and just add like a bit of information. So here are some categories I want you to have. These are like non-negotiable. So there's like general tabs, there's a wins tab, a value, and announcement. Have these 4 categories and then you can add some more on top of that as well, more or less. And these are community categories. So every time someone makes a post, it must be categorized in one of these. Or another one could be even ask for advice or ask, steal knowledge, something like that. Right, so these are some categories that some communities have. General announcements, value, ask for advice, wins, networking. General announcements, wins, ask for advice, value, network. As you can see, like the first 4 the exact same, ask for advice, value. If it's different communities, it's the exact same. So you want to have these categories. Next thing is you want to have a pinned post, right? So this is, you can go, if you go to my community, this is the pinned post. This is the welcome to the 1% club. Start here, right? It's the exact post I show here. So this should be a pinned post, and this should never be unpinned. And what you want to cover in the pinned post is just some rules. So general rules. So like, what are the rules in the community? How to ensure success, right? How can you ensure success from the community? How to level up, right? What are the best ways to level up? How can you level up? An action step. So what's the next action step? Maybe to watch the Start Here course and to write a welcome post underneath it. So I've done this pretty well. So this is it. For the whole post, there's some rules there. There's users form for introduction post, some rules. And yeah, it is right now, and there's a complete action button. So people have to complete it. So when they've completed it, they actually like get an tick. So as you can see, like look how many like people have introduced themselves, and then yeah. Just a great way to keep the community, build that relationship. And every time someone joins, you can maybe like comment on their welcome post saying, "Go, glad to have you here." And yeah, that's the pin post part done. Next, we move on to the calendar section. This is the calendar. If you go here, this is where you host your weekly Q&A calls and your calls, right? So calendar. What I want you to do is I want you to have minimum 1 call per week. I don't care if you're doing a free or paid community. I want you to have 1 call per week. Right? An example of those calls could be maybe you can run a weekly Q&A call. Maybe you have a niche specific call. Maybe you have a weekly webinar, right? So in the weekly Q&A, maybe you can make a post in the community one day before the call where members ask questions and you just answer them inside the Q&A call. So you basically go ahead and you share your screen and then you answer the questions inside the Q&A call. Right. What a niche specific call is basically just giving pure value in the niche you're in. So let's say you're running a school community on how to use AI in your business. Have a call on AI automation call or something like that, where you just like help someone out with a problem they're struggling with. You give some value on how to use AI in your business. Next thing is a weekly webinar, and it could be just like a weekly presentation masterclass, just like a small masterclass you have on how to use AI in your business or whatever your niche is. And this is a great way of using a conversion strategy from free to paid, because at the end of the webinar, you can have a call to action for your members. If they want more webinars like that or more value like that or more help, they can join your paid community or whatever your paid solution you've done for you service. And then the next thing is like new members calls. You can do this once every fortnight or once a month, where all the new members join. We invite all the new members in the community that joined in the last 14 days or in the last month and join them on the call and just show them inside the community. If they don't know how to navigate around, just like tell them more about the community, what the goals are with the community, how to navigate, how to look at the Start Here course, how to increase community engagement, how to make posts. And what this does is it basically just increases community engagement. It solidifies the community. It makes it more like a community. So here's the community tab for my community right now. That was the community tab. Like this is the updated one right now. As you can see, the calls are right there. Next thing is the call recording. I want you to record every single call using Fathom, because Fathom is like just a software, which I have there, just like Fathom.video. Free software, records all the calls you have, takes all the notes as well. And if I just open up Fathom video, I'll just show you guys inside Fathom. So look at this. Right, any call I have or any coaching call I have inside the community, right? It just simply looks like. So just click on this call right here. Right, it records the whole call. I can just simply download it, and then it full just gives me notes as well, like a whole transcript and some like and a summary of the call. So it's absolutely amazing. So I want you to post call recordings as a post in the community. So like a weekly call recording, 11th August. There's gonna be a summary there and whatever. Then what I want you to do is I want you to pin the post in the course page. So what I mean by that is, what I mean by that is basically if I go over here and a post, I make a post. Let's say I make the call recording post. What I would do is I would click on the post, click on the three dots, and it would say pin to course page. And you want to have like a classroom module set up. Like if you just go to this, I'll just show you what I mean by that. You would want to navigate. You want to have like a classroom section in the. We're gonna build a classroom soon, but what I want you to have is like weekly call recordings, and then you can just pin like the thing there. So as you can see, what I've done here is just to get the thing, just pin it to weekly call recordings, and then there all the call recordings for that month. Simple as that. All right. Next thing is let's go over to the classroom section. Now we've done the calendar, we've done the community section, the about page, we've done all of that. Now let's move on to the classroom. So all of your value, or most of your value, should be in the classroom. So here are some must-have courses that you must have inside your community if you want to make the most use of it. So you want to have the Start Here course. All right, here's what you want to include in the Start Here course. You want to explain to the viewer how to navigate around school. Download the mobile school app because it's going to increase engagement. If people have school on their phone, they're going to use it more, meaning more engagement in your community. Next thing is how to level up on the leaderboard to get more prizes, how to earn more prizes, what are some prizes they can earn, how they can work one-to-one with you, and what's the next action step they have. I've done this really well in my community as well. Go to the classroom, we have the Start Here course there. As you can see, lesson 1, Start Here, notification management, introduce yourself, member shoutouts, download school in your phone, the 1% club library, and how to unlock the next courses. So this is a simple step framework. It takes nothing more than like 1 hour. It's a great investment of your time. Next thing is have a call recording. So follow the previous steps. I just showed you the steps on how to record the calls. Then I want you to make a post and then add every call into the classroom. And I want you to have this as a level unlock for like level 3, 4, because then it incentivizes people to level up and actually use the leaderboard, use points, use the community a bit more, and incentivizes them to actually see the call recordings. And the final one is, this is optional, but I don't know, I just like to have this. It's called Resource Warehouse. So this is where you just put the most valuable posts inside the community, you pin them to the course page, and you just have different categories so it's easy to navigate. So here's a Resource Warehouse, have like the wealth, everyone, all the business tips. If someone makes a post about sleep, we just pin that there. It's just a simple way of navigating members. So members can just navigate all the value sections of the community. All right. Next thing is the course branding. So the thumbnail of all the courses must be in synchrony or with your brand colors, or just for the branding, for the sake. Like forget these ones. These are the ones to draft, but like the members see these ones. As you can see, the format's the exact. It's a 3-photo style. The font's the exact same. It's in the middle as well, and the photos are just like all aligned as well. So extra tip just to make your community look a bit more better. Next thing is let's go over building up the exact courses, so how you can build up the exact courses. So we're going to use ChatGPT to outline the courses for you. We're going to tell it to give you the chapters and tell the modules inside of each chapters. So here's a detailed prompt which I'm going to give ChatGPT. The more detail you give, the better. So give me 35 chapters to make a course that I'm making. The course is about an affiliate program for the 1% Club. The 1% Club is a community for young entrepreneurs who are looking to make money online, blah, blah, blah. Right? Inside each chapter, give 35 modules as well. It's going to give me a whole module outline. All right. Then I want you to build a course out on Trello.com. So if you go to Trello.com, log in. Right, as you can see, if we just go to like entrepreneur Trello course, like I've built the whole course out here. So we have like there's different chapters. Right, there's different chapters, right? So I can have like a list. So each list is like a chapter, and then each like thing inside of that is like a module. So each card is like a module. So this is a really, really good way to just like gamify the whole process. So build the course out on Trello.com. So everything that ChatGPT gives you, right? I'll put this prompt into ChatGPT to see what it gives me, and then we'll just build it out on Trello. So as you guys can see over here, I just like wrote like a prompt over here. As used before, to make a course in my community. So it basically gave it a prompt, and this is what it spat out. So it gave me a chapter, the next chapter, third chapter, fourth chapter, fifth chapter, and it gave me all the chapters, and then it gave me the small modules inside. So affiliate marketing could be a module, freelancing could be a module, e-commerce could be a module, and then I just make a video for each module. Hope that makes sense. So that's really so. I want you to build the course out on Trello.com, as you see there. Yeah. So I want you to tell ChatGPT. Then we want to build out every single module inside. So we're going to give ChatGPT. We're going to build out each module one by one. So I want you to tell ChatGPT to give you 3 to 5 sub points to talk about inside of each module, and then tell it to give you 3 to 5 points to talk about inside of each sub point. So inside of each sub point, it's also give you another sub point. So no, I want you to make sure you do not copy everything that AI says, because you may have to do your own research. If you know a lot of stuff, then I want you to add your own modules. Use what AI gives you as a framework and the foundation of the course that you can expand upon. Because I want you to talk about each point from your own brain. Right? So if we go here, this is what it should look like, and then if we go to like this part, introduction to business, right? 3 to 5 points, and then there's a small sub point inside. If you go to the next one. Right, see the sub points there. Just do this process. It takes nothing more than 20 minutes, but it's extremely high ROI, and it's going to help you complete the course really quickly and really high quality. Next thing is, I want you to gamify the course making, because it can be a long process, but you can gamify it. So every time you've drafted out the information in the course module, I want you to add the color label in the child label. So this is what I do. So red. If we go here, red is info drafted. So I go here, change, just go red. Right, red is when I've done it. Green is once I've recorded the whole thing. Blue is when I've made the presentation. Green is when I've recorded the whole thing. So this is an example of recording the whole thing. Recorded the courses. Right, and there's different ways of recording the courses. You can either do a talking head course, so just like this. I'm just talking. Or you can do a Maya flowchart course, on what I'm doing right now. Or you can do a presentation course. You just have a presentation. You have a Loom running in the background, and you just go over the presentation. And I highly recommend you guys use Loom. Loom is the software which I'm using right now to record this video. Next thing is how you upload the videos to your classroom. So for Looms, what I do is I just add the link to the classroom. So basically, just go to the community, go to the classroom section. So we want to go on the Start Here course. I'll just add a page right now in the module. And what I will do is I'll just edit this page. I'll get the link of the Loom video and just add it here. It's as simple as that. So that's exactly how you can upload all the videos of your courses into the classroom. All right, for talking head video, what I would recommend you do is export the video. If it's on your phone, or you're recording on your phone or your laptop, whatever it is. If it's on your laptop and it's on a Loom, you just copy the link. If it's on your phone, what I recommend you do is export it onto your laptop and add it onto Loom. So upload it as a file onto Loom, and then you just copy the Loom link. Simple as that. Next thing is uploading the videos to your classroom page. So one thing is I want you to have a CTA in every course page. So a CTA could be your action items. So what's your action items? Newsletter for important updates, and follow for exclusive content. All right. Next thing is I want you to include all relevant affiliate links and just regular links. So let's say you're affiliated with the product, or let's say you're talking about Go High Level in your module, or you're talking about a software to use. Add the affiliate link if you're affiliated with the product. That way you can make just simple money like that. Next thing is a worksheet. So give AI the info of the module. So once you've recorded the module, give AI the information of the presentation, just copy and paste the whole presentation into ChatGPT, and then just tell AI to make the person a worksheet, just with action steps, and put that into Google Docs, and then just add it as a resource under the modules, just like what I've done there. I'll show you guys a quick example of that. So if you go to the classroom section, we go on Entrepreneur Accelerator course. No, I didn't use AI for this worksheet. So just go to market research. Go to the module here, market research worksheet. Right. AI can build this whole thing out for you like this, right? You just gotta put it into Google Docs. It's as simple as that, and it's just so valuable, because it's gonna help the people implement what they just learned in the entire video. And yeah, that's exactly how you build out your entire course. That's how you build out your entire community. So now what you've done is you build out the community section. You've had that pin post, right? You've got calendar. You've got a call set up. You've got a classroom tab set up, and we've got the about page set up. So that's everything we need to do to set up your entire school community, right? Now the next thing is we've got to get traffic to your community, right? And that's what the next step is. Step 5 is basically lead generation systems, which we're going to cover exactly how you get more traffic to your community, how you get more members. And then after that, we're basically going to go over how you make money. But before that, we're going to go over the lead generation systems. So step 5 is lead generation systems. So there's 2 ways which we can get leads, and the first one is organic advertising, and then the second one is outreach. So we'll go over organic advertising first. So the best way which I like to do organic advertising is just simply through a newsletter, right? We're going to talk more about content in the next step, which is step 6, which is optimizing content. But in this one, we're just going to be talking about organic advertising and outreach. So the best organic type of advertising, literally just a newsletter, right? And it's so simple because Skool has made this so simple, right? What you want to do is you want to get Zapier. So Zapier is Zapier.com, right? When you get Zapier, you just automate it like that. And Zapier has an integration with Skool where you can like every time a new member joins and you ask for their email automatically gets uploaded to Zapier, and then you connect Zapier with your newsletter tool. That's gonna be powerful, right? So what you want to do is you want to go to settings and then go to plugins. So click on settings, go to plugins. You want to click on Zapier integration, turn it on, click generate new API key, and then connect with the platform. So connect with Zapier. And then I want you to Go High Level and then connect it with that if you have the fee. So connect Zapier with Go High Level. That way all your leads are going to get uploaded with that. Right? So this way, every new member that joins your community is going to be uploaded to your newsletter. And that's so powerful, right? Because every new member that joins, you can have an email sequence that says that people that join, they're going to get funneled to a 7-day sequence. And that 7-day sequence might be like starting them off, they're a cold lead, then turning into a hot lead, and then pitching your product at the end, therefore more likely to buy. That's a really, really powerful strategy which you can use. And I'll go over a video, I'll make a video later down the line about a newsletter, how you can properly optimize a newsletter to get more sales for your Skool community. But that's what newsletter is, and that's the organic advertising part. Now they're in your system, now you can just send an email anytime you want, and they're gonna receive it. So the second way is doing outreach. And there's a few different platforms you can do outreach on. What I recommend is you do it on Instagram, Twitter, and you do it on Skool. No other platforms, just keep it simple. I would recommend, after just starting out, do either one of these. And then once you get good success, just double down on that. So see what works actually. So do Instagram and Twitter and do Skool both. See what works, do a shit ton of amount of outreach, see what works. And then once you've seen what works, just double down on that and put less effort into the other one. So let's say you're doing half outreach on Skool, half on Instagram. You're seeing Skool gets you good results. So I want you to double down on Skool. Do more outreach on Skool and do a bit less on Instagram. Okay, so first we're going to go over the Instagram Twitter strategy. So the first one is, for Instagram and Twitter, you only want to do cold outreach to semi-qualified leads. You don't want to be doing cold outreach to leads that have no relation to your product, or they're not even your ideal customer. Because there's no point of pitching someone that's not your ideal customer your product, because they're not going to buy it. It's just a waste of time. Alright, so I'm just going to show you exactly how to find semi-qualified leads. So go to a big influencer in your niche. Go to their following. I want you to scrape their followers. And I want you to start DMing. And I want you to make sure you don't send more than 30 DMs a day. No, 30 DMs an hour, I think it was. I think that's the rule from Instagram. 30 DMs an hour. And one thing is I want you to aim for consistency. So you can send easily 100, 200 emails, DMs every single day. So go to a big influencer in your niche. And you want to see which of one of their followers just like is interested in your niche, because they're semi-qualified. They're already warmed up with that influencer. They already know your niche. So they're more likely going to be interested in your one as well. Next thing is you want to position it as a networking conversation, not like a salesy pitch. You want to actually give them a bit of advice, see what they're doing. So the whole point of cold DMs is just finding out where they are right now and where they want to be, what's stopping them, and then you just pitch them. And that's where you come in, where you make them book the call. Then in that call, you just give them a shit ton of value. That's a saying call. It's a 2-call strategy which I like to use. So make them book that first call, then give a ton of value in the second call. And then what you want to do is, after you've given that value in the first call, you want to make them book a second call on that exact first call. So while I'm doing the second call, give it a shit ton of value. When the call is about to come to an end, I'll send them a link to another call on the call, and I want to make sure they book on the call, right? When they say, oh, they'll do it later, make them book on the call. And that call will be a sales call, right? So make them book on the call, and then that call will be a sales call. I'll make another video later down the line as well, explaining the whole sales process, how to properly sell your prospects on Skool and using the 2-call close method. But yeah, the second call, that's the time where you close them. Use your sales method and all that. But yeah, that's exactly how you do Instagram and Twitter outreach. So just like finding semi-qualified people and just sending them a bunch of DMs, sending a bunch of DMs every single day. Just aim for consistency with DMs, right? With DMs, you're not going to get a reply every single person. Every single DM is not going to get a reply. You're going to get replies after 100 DMs or maybe in 50, 60, 70 DMs, right? That's how it works. That's how DMs work. You have to be patient. You have to be prepared for no's, okay? So that's Instagram and Twitter method. Next is the Skool method. Now on Skool, I only want you to do outreach to people who are very, very qualified. And the reason I'm saying that is because you have a chat limit of 10 new chats every single week. So make the best of 10 new chat limit you have every single week. And what you want to do, if you want to see if they're qualified or not, what you can do is just go to their profile and just see if they're qualified for your service or if they're qualified for your niche. Or you can just have like let's say you make a post inside a community and someone replies and you can see they're already qualified just from the way they replied or they replied to your post. Simply just send them a DM because you already know they're qualified, right? You can also check their socials to see if they're qualified or not. Just one more tip I have is, I didn't add this onto this, but just a quick tip is when you make a post inside of a community and you want someone to comment, and if you want to DM that person that commented, just reply to their comment saying, hey bro, I want to help you, I just can't DM you. Would you mind sending me a DM or something like that, right? A simple way of doing that is literally just like, they're going to DM you first, therefore you're not using your chat limit, so it's just so much more easier. You can just reach out to more people. The second way is just by making a post inside some community saying, drop down your Instagram and let's connect. And then everyone that drops down the Instagram, start following them and start messaging them, and they can be qualified leads as well. And there's no Instagram limit to like 10 per week, right? You can just start DMing them on Instagram. Even though you're gonna get less response rate on Instagram, still might as well do outreach. So those are two lead generation systems. Now let's go over some newsletter secrets which I like to use for optimizing your newsletter, because your newsletter is so powerful, right? So the first one is you want to do daily emails. You want to do an email every single day. And the point of a newsletter or creating all this content is just to get in front of the viewer. And when you get in front of the viewer, they acknowledge you're like there. They acknowledge you're alive, because if they don't know you're alive, then they're not going to buy from you. So it's why I like the power of daily emails, because you're consistently showing up every single day and you're going to increase your chances of converting. Next thing is you can either utilize ChatGPT, you can either hire a copywriter or just get good at copywriting. What I would do is just get good at copywriting and just utilize a bit of ChatGPT. So I recommend getting ChatGPT 4, because inside of ChatGPT 4, you can make your own custom bot. And that's what I did. I made my own custom GPT, which is made for email copywriting. And I gave it a whole framework which I want to use. So that's exactly the strategy I'm using. Or if you don't want to do that, if you don't want to waste all your time, you can just hire a copywriter if you have the funds. Or just get good at copywriting yourself. I think this is a really good skill you can have, is just copywriting, because it's part of sales. And if you learn how to copyright, proper copywriting, then you can make a load of money. Okay, you can make a load of money. So next thing is you need to have a CTA or a call to action in every single one of your email, because you want to direct the viewer to take action. There's no point if you've made the viewer read the whole newsletter and they're not going to take action, right? A few different examples of CTAs could be maybe your free community course, maybe you could be paid community. Do this every now and again. Don't do it too often, because if you do it too often, people are going to think you're salesy and they're going to unsubscribe from your newsletter. Right. Another example of a call to action could be a YouTube video. It could be an announcement post you made inside the community, or it could be an affiliate partnership. I want you to leverage these ones. So it's like I gave you like 5 examples there. You can add more examples as well. Just make them do something which is going to benefit you, value you. Maybe it's a lead magnet. They click on that lead magnet. Maybe it's a long form YouTube video, because people get warmed up from long form YouTube videos. Right. I recommend newsletter and long form YouTube videos is really powerful. I think you should definitely do that. So those are some newsletter secrets. Next thing is I want you to make sure you don't have the same CTA for 2 emails in a row. So let's say I sent an email on day 1 where I promoted my free community course. The next day, don't promote your free community course, promote something else. Maybe it could be a YouTube video. Maybe it could be your paid community. Alright, so don't have the same CTA for 2 emails in a row. Next thing is, if you still don't understand why a newsletter is so powerful, if you don't understand the power of a newsletter, then I'm literally just going to be going over some points on the actual power of a newsletter. So there's a few points I've written here. The first one is it just builds you a stronger brand. So you're going to have a stronger brand identity, because you're going to have so many people in your funnel already. Right? You're going to have so many people that are warmed up to you, so many people you can tap into right now. Let's say your community got shut down. You still have that newsletter, right? It's going to be so powerful. It's just going to boost your brand image as well. Next thing is going to be higher value, because newsletter, right, you can tap into that newsletter anytime you want. You can send an email anytime you want. You can sell anything at any time you want to those people. It's just so much value right there. Next thing is a separate funnel. So it's a whole separate funnel from like YouTube, Instagram, all that stuff. It's a whole separate funnel, right? It makes you more money, because the more people that are on your newsletter, the more money you're going to make. Because people that are on your newsletter, they're already warmed up to your content. They want to see more of your content. That's why they subscribe to your newsletter. They want to see more value from you. And if they want to see more value from you, then the more value you give and the more value you show them is in the paid product, they're going to buy that. You can also promote affiliates. So if you're looking to diversify your income and make more money through affiliates, or like just a bit of side, like more money, then just partner with affiliates and you can start promoting your affiliates as well in your email newsletter. It's so powerful. Next thing is to spread your brand. You can get known all around the world. You can have 100,000 people in your newsletter. You can have 1 million people in your newsletter, right? There's no limit to how many people are in your newsletter. And the final thing is, it's just a way for you to give more value, because the more value you're going to give, the more money you're going to make. Right now, business, right? This is how business works. The more value you give for free, the more money you're going to make. So just keep giving value in your newsletter. You can just always consistently give value. Every single day you give value, right? So there is literally no reason for you to not have a newsletter. Literally, if you read all these points, you should literally be convinced you can start a newsletter. And I'm not saying you have to pay for a newsletter. You can start for free. Literally, you don't have to pay for a newsletter. You can start for free. I use this platform called ConvertKit, right? And with that, I can have my own landing page, like a lead magnet, and then also my newsletter. It's absolutely powerful. I think you pay when you have like 15,000 subscribers, but by then, you're probably making a load of money anyway. So there's literally no reason for you to not have a newsletter, right? So if you don't want to spend money, right? If you don't want to spend money on copywriting, if you don't want to spend money on ChatGPT or forever, the first thing you can do is just learn. So there's a few steps which I like to use. So first off, what you want to do is you want to start learning copywriting fundamentals. And there's some massive guys on YouTube for free. So there's one by Tyson 40, 8-hour course on a copywriting course for beginners, right? Next course, 2.5-hour course from Tom Stoic, free 2.5-hour course copywriting. Right? There's another one from Cardinal Mason, the only copywriting course you'll need. All right, all this is free. All this information is free. You can get so much copywriting knowledge for free, literally today. So first thing is I want you to learn copywriting. Put everything you have into action. Then once you think you've had a solid foundation of copywriting, you're going to move on to the next step, which is learning email copywriting fundamentals. So see how we moved on from copywriting to email copywriting, because this is much more specific. This is emails, right? So the first one is just like, look, there's so many courses. There's a 45-minute course from Cardinal Mason, right? Two-hour course from Tyson 40, right? Another 1-hour course on just email copywriting. There's so many of these courses out there. It's just incredible. Like the amount of value you can just get for free and learn email copywriting is just incredible, right? Then the final thing is I just want you to implement. So the only way you can implement is just by taking action, right? Just one more small tip I want to give to you is I want you to do a hard pitch on your newsletter to join your high ticket coaching or paid community just 2 times a month. Just a hard pitch 2 times a month, right? You're gonna get a few people that unsubscribe, but who cares, right? It's only twice a month. It's very infrequent, and you're gonna get a high conversion rate anyway, right? So let's go over some more about content and like organic advertising and actually lead generation ways. Lead generation. So you see YouTube, a platform where you post content. There's leads from there. Instagram, post content, leads from there. Instagram. I think I posted Instagram twice. TikTok. You see, just post content, leads from there. Twitter, post content, leads from there. Right? I'm gonna go over optimizing content in the next step, which is called optimizing content. But yeah, again, there's another really powerful tool which I like to use. This is another really powerful way of generating leads, and this is something that many people are not doing. And I've only seen Entertain and Liquidum do this. So what they do is they create a Telegram group, right? So what they do is they create a Telegram group. They repost newsletters or just like some valuable tweets they have, or they repost tweets, right? And they create polls. So what they do is just like engage the community, engage the Telegram group, and they just promote it on their newsletter. So they promote the Telegram group on their newsletters. Therefore, it's like another way of having customers in like your bank, like. So let's say you have a newsletter, right? You have a bunch of people in your newsletter. You have a bunch of people in your school community. Why not get a bunch of people in your Telegram? Because what if your newsletter shuts down? What if your community shuts down? You still have a Telegram. You can still make a shit ton of money. And it literally takes, 2 minutes to manage every single day. All you gotta do is just repost daily newsletters or just repost tweets and just create like a poll. Simple as that. And you can repost these onto your newsletter. You can repost these onto your community. You can make content out of these. You can make an Instagram reel out of this. You can make a YouTube video out of your newsletters. So it's literally just content recycling. You're recycling content to different platforms. Alright. And this is going to make you a load of money. Alright, so trust me on this one. Just create a Telegram group and just funnel a bunch of people from your newsletter into there as well. So you can just tap into that anytime you want. Alright, now we're going to move on to step 6, which is basically optimizing your content for the most amount of leads and how you can make the most amount of money. So there's all these platforms, right? So there's YouTube, Instagram, TikTok, Twitter, and Skool, right? So all these ways you can get a bunch of content. I'm just gonna show you how you can optimize and refine your content on these platforms to get the most amount of money. Not to get the most amount of views, because that's not the point, right? Do you want to make more money, or do you want to get more views, right? Obviously you want to make more money. So I'm gonna optimize your content to make more money. So let's first go over YouTube. Right? There's a few things which we need to understand in YouTube and how we can properly optimize this content. So you see how you have a banner in YouTube, right? So your banner is, let's say this is my YouTube channel. The banner here is what you do, right? So the banner is, it needs to serve a purpose. So this is the banner, right? So I help entrepreneurs make money online through Skool. Okay, so your banner should be very niche down, should be very specific, and it needs to serve a purpose, right? So when people look at your banner, they resonate with it straight away. So people, entrepreneurs on Skool, like, they're gonna resonate with my banner because it says I help entrepreneurs make money online through Skool. Therefore, they're gonna subscribe or watch my videos. That's the whole point of this, right? Because I want people that are qualified to watch my videos. I don't want any random 15-year-old watching my videos, because they're not going to make me money. But these guys that connect with me, that resonate with me, right, that are entrepreneurs on Skool, they would want to watch my content. Those are the kind of guys I want to watch my videos, right? That's how I'm going to make money. So that's the banner part done. Next thing is a profile image. So the profile image should be optimized and it looks professional. So look at this one from Igor, right? So this is like a professional image. So it's literally pretty simple. All you got to do is just take a photo of yourself. It's like a normal professional photo, and then what you got to do is just like remove the background. So go to like Photo Pure, like Photoshop or Canva Pro if you have it. Just remove the background and just have it with like your brand color. So let's say your brand colors are red and orange. Just have like a gradient red or orange background there, or like have a red, or like a mix of a red or orange background. It's as simple as that. It looks really, really professional. It looks clean. Next thing is bio optimization. So we're going to optimize your about page bio. So the first sentence should tell the viewer exactly what you do and who you are. So in my case, that is, I help young men, I still got to refine this, but this is just an example. I help young men make their first $5,000 online. That tells the viewer exactly what you're doing. You're going to help young men make $5,000 online and who you are. Another one could be learn how to make money with Skool. All right. So this is exactly explain what you do. And this should be specific to your niche, because you don't want to attract a broad audience. You want to attract a niche audience. So example is learn how to make money with Skool with no content, or learn how to make money with Skool. That's very specific. Like, it's not too broad and it's not too niche down with like very small audience, but it's just in that middle. It's just that sweet spot. Okay, bio optimization. That's basically what you got to do. And then this one is we're going to go over the links. So the first link should be a free community, because that's like your lead magnet. You want to get free to paid. So the first link should be a free community. Second link should be a paid community. And third link should be your other social media accounts. Let's say it could be an Instagram, because if you funnel people from your YouTube to Instagram, you can actually DM them, so you can get more clients like that. And I want you to make sure that you don't add more than 4 links, because if you add more than 4 links, then it's basically going to be confusing for the viewer as to what link they should click on. Okay, so 3 is like the sweet spot you should aim for. Alright, so those are the links. And yeah, make sure you don't know how to use those links. Every link should serve a purpose. So the first link is a free community. Obviously, you want as many people that are qualified joining your free community. And then your paid community, right? Let's say someone wants to join your paid community straight away. They join your paid one. And then your Instagram, right? Other social media could be Instagram. Because when people follow you on there, you can DM them. You can't do that on YouTube. So that's really powerful. Yeah. And so what's thumbnails. So there's a really, really good way I like to go about it to pick my thumbnails. So I want you to choose 2 or 3 brand colors, right? You would display these brand colors in your profile picture and your thumbnails. So let's say your brand colors are orange, red, and blue, right? So you want to display these, as you can see, like you want to display it in your thumbnail. Like, look at this. You can tell this is like properly formatted. Like, look at Iman Ghazi thumbnails. They're all branded as well, right? All the thumbnails, they follow the brand colors, and they also follow the same theme. I want you to follow the same theme, right? First thing is, obviously, you're not going to find what theme works for you. You're going to have to test and try, right? You're going to have to test and try this. But yeah, after you've tested and tried, then I want you to stick with one same theme. So stick with one theme. So as you can see, Iman Ghazi sticking with this theme, right? Jordan Platten sticking with this theme. So you should do the exact same with your content as well. That's thumbnails done. Let's move on to long form content. And I want you to post long form content minimum 1 time per week. Alright, now the next thing is long form content 1 time per week. Now you need editing in your long form videos, because you're starting off, you have no audience. So obviously you need to get that audience first. You need to build that initial audience up. So you need editing in your long form videos. I want to make sure, don't listen to all these BS YouTubers that say raw videos are the best. right? Raw content only works best if you have the X factor, and that X factor is an insane amount of money, or like, let's say an insane amount of muscle, like Sam Sulek, right? Or Charlie Morgan, insane amount of money. That's why they can create raw content, right? But you can't create raw content because you don't have that insane amount of money. Maybe if you do, you can create raw content. Okay, like what I'm doing right now, right? Because I have that social proof. Okay, you want to have that top of the funnel content. You want to start off with top of the funnel content. Okay, and top of the funnel content is basically just attracting new viewers, right? It doesn't matter if they're unqualified or qualified, because you want to attract new viewers, right? Those unqualified guys could turn qualified, right? Once you have a few K subs, you want to go to middle of the funnel content, which is like half talking head, half like a setting your screen or something like that. That's the middle of the funnel. And then bottom of the funnel is really niche down specific content. It could be like looms, it could be like Mario boards, presentations, but like really, really specific content. That's how you want to go about it, and that's how you make the most amount of money. Next thing is just each video should solve a specific problem your ideal avatar has. So in step 1, we found out the ideal avatar, we found out our niche. Each video now should tackle a specific problem the avatar has. So here's exactly how I want you to script your videos. So ideas, right? Well, I want you to do like a massive idea station, or you can use ChatGPT as well to help you with this. Use AI, because AI is really, really powerful. If you're not using AI, you're going to get left behind. So I want you to make sure, leverage AI. So I want you to ask yourself, what problems does my ideal avatar face? I want you to have a bunch of ideas, right? And the next thing is I want you to script the video using this framework. Hook, story, rant, value, outro, call to action. So the hook is basically going to capture the viewer's attention. Then the story is just going to be like insight into your life, or like a story you had. Next thing is you want to go over a rant. So like just go over, create that polarization effect. You want to give a bit of value. Then you want to go to the outro, end the video, and then you have a call to action at the end. All right. There's another framework I like to use on top of this, and this is the other framework I like to use, and I like to mostly use this. It's a proof, promise, task framework, and this basically means that proof. So what is the proof of you? So what's some social proof that the viewers trust you? Next thing, so what's the promise you're gonna make to them? Like what's the promise you're gonna solve by the end of the video? And what's the path they're gonna take? So what's the value? What's like the things they're gonna need to do to achieve that promise? So yeah, that's the framework I suppose you use. You can either use one of these or one of that framework. Okay, and just a secret hack I have is just add subtitles in your videos, because what I've noticed is that the viewer is going to watch the whole video towards the end, right? So the viewer, if you add subtitles in your videos, the viewer is going to watch the whole video. So that's a secret hack which I want you to use. Just get generous, use Photoshop or use CapCut for that. Okay, now we move on to short form content. I want you to create short form content minimum 3 times per week, right? And I want you to make sure you only give one piece of advice in every single short. Not 3, not 4, not 5, just one piece of advice, because it's short. It's less than 60 seconds. So you don't have much time to actually convince your audience to listen to what you're saying. So just one piece of advice. Yeah, and the reason I'm telling you to create short form content is because you want to get yourself in front of the viewer. Like I said, right, with the newsletters, you want to get in front of the viewer. So the same with short and long form content. You just want to put yourself out there. Put your face in front of them. They're going to start to see that you post content every single day, every single week or whatever, right? So I'm going to start forming a brand association with you. Just want to get in front of them. You want to get new viewers every single day to your channel. Right. So repurpose your short to other social media platforms as well. So you can just repost this onto like Instagram, TikTok, whatever, right? Just repost this onto different platforms, therefore you're getting more eyes. And just another tip again is just have subtitles in your shorts. Subtitles are so powerful in your shorts because people aren't bothered listening, but they're going to read your subtitles while listening to your video. It's going to be so much more helpful. One more tip, another tip I have for shorts is I want you to have a music in the background that matches the vibe of the video. So if it's high energetic video, have like some energetic music in the background. And one final thing for shorts is you want to have animations and editing to keep the viewer's attention, because you're getting a new viewer. If you can make them watch till the end and do the CTA, they're going to follow you. Therefore, they're going to get warmed up by your long form content. They're going to follow you. They're going to see your long form content. They're going to get warmed up by that. They're going to follow that process. And then they're going to join your free community and your paid community. That's how the funnel works. Next thing. Community post on YouTube. So I don't know if you guys know this, but there's a community post feature which is so powerful, right? It's so powerful, right? So here's a simple way which you can just do it 3 times per week. It's a simple way you can do this. It's just repurpose your tweets into a community post. Just make a community post with a tweet, and then just have like an image in the tweet. So I'm just gonna show you guys a quick example of some guys been doing this really well. So if you look at this guy's channel and you go to his community section tab, right, he's got 42k subs. He's getting like you see 1.2k likes here. It just made this one day ago. It got 1.2k likes. Right. And like he's getting consistent like 1.1. Right. He's getting consistent likes, and it's just another way of like engagement, of like getting your audience, getting in front of your audience as well, just like getting in front of them. That's the whole point, just get in front of them. So add an image in the tweet, as you can see what he was doing, right? Well, that. And yeah, I want you to make sure you do a hard pitch every 2 weeks for your paid program. So like just twice a month for like your paid program, just like a hard pitch on the community post feature. And this works really, really well. Okay, we've covered YouTube. Now let's go over Instagram, because Instagram is very, very, very powerful. So I want you to follow this 3-line bio rule. So line 1, the first line should basically be about what you do. So what you do, I help young entrepreneurs make money online through Skool. Right, that's just a quick example. Second line is some social proof. So I have helped over 100 people, blah, 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 right? And line 3 is a call to action, and you can add a link at the bottom as well. And just the bonus tip is you can just add emoji. So I'll just show you an example here. Helping struggling entrepreneurs make thousands online, right? It's not really specific. I've changed my bio, but this was like a few months ago, right? The next one is helped over 1,000 entrepreneurs make money. That's social proof right there. And the third line is DM me goals to start making money. That's the call to action, and there's a link right there for my Skool community. Okay, really, really powerful. Next thing is I want you to make sure you have the same profile picture as your YouTube channel, because this makes it easy for people to identify you. Right? When they click on you or when they see you on Instagram, they're gonna be like, "Oh, this is the same guy I saw the YouTube from." Or when they check YouTube, they're like, "Oh, I saw this guy on Instagram. I'll check him out." Right? It's gonna be easier to create that brand association. Next thing is I want you to repost your shorts. So like I said, you need to create 3 pieces of short form content per week. Let's do it over here. All you got to do is just repost that onto Instagram. This content made for you. Next thing is you need to post 1 to 2 pieces of high quality stories every single day. And just an example of what to post in your stories is like, just give tons of value. Just give tons of value and just like show your life, because you want to seem like a human. So just show an insight into your life. Give tons of value on your stories as well. So like mix it up a little. And yeah, use stories to document your life. So document your progress. Right? This is really, really powerful. And not enough people are doing this. So next thing is you want to have highlights. So highlights are these things at the bottom, like you see when you click on someone's profile. So here are some things, some basic things you need to have in your highlights. Your own story. You need to have valuable tips and lessons. So like just give them, because the more value you give, you just want to lead with value. You want to show some results you have, or the client results you've gotten, and you just want to show your lifestyle. You just want to show the viewer an insight into your life, because it's just going to make that connection with them again. All right. So here's some things you need to understand to gain some more followers, because obviously the more followers you gain on Instagram, the more social proof you have. Yeah, I want you to do the follow unfollow method until you reach 2,300 followers. 2-3k followers, because then you're going to start getting a decent amount of views on your reels, and then you're going to start attracting a audience where you can actually attract your ideal customer, right? You can get more views, you can attract more people into your content that are qualified. So I want you to follow like 100 people every single day and just unfollow them. Next thing is the mini chat method. So this is the great way of actually converting viewers and people that comment on your reels to actually into clients. So this only works for Instagram as well. So you want to make a reel like how I made 1 million in 30 days at 17, and you want to have a video in the background of you working or living life. Right. Then what you want to do is then after 3 to 4 seconds, say read the description, and then in the caption or the description, you want to have a call to action to comment a keyword for a prize. And then I want you to set up a mini chat automation to send a DM to every person that comments that keyword. Right. We went a bit too far. Right. And then that prize will be your free or paid community, or a free valuable guide with a call to action to join your free paid community. So here's an example of what I did. Right. So how I made $1,096 in 1 week at 15. That's the first. And then after 34 seconds, it said read the caption. And then here's the caption. And then it says at the end, simply comment or DM Skool and I send it to you. So like it was a free guide. And someone commented the word Skool. And then my mini chat automation came into play. It automatically replied to this comment. And then it went to their DMs and sent them the free guide. So that's exactly how the mini chat function works, right? That's Instagram done for. Now let's go over TikTok. So for TikTok, just want to repost your YouTube Shorts again to post content. Now, I don't have much experience with TikTok myself, so I'm not going to give you guys much advice. So all I'm saying is just like repost your YouTube Shorts, just get content out there. You can set up ManyChat as well, but it's not going to work as well as Instagram. And then just do the unfollow follow method just to gain those followers, just to gain that social proof. Because you don't want to be a guy who has like 100 followers and he's like saying, "Oh, I make 100k a month because you have 100 followers," right? People that are making 100k a month, yes, they don't have like a lot of followers. I know people that making millions a month, but they have like 10k followers. But you don't want to be a guy that has 100 followers or like 50 followers and saying, oh, I hope you make money online. Or there's no social proof, right? There's no one going to buy from you if you have 50 followers. Even if you're saying you're attracting qualified leads, okay? Still got to have that social proof. Next thing is Twitter. So Twitter is really, really powerful as well because there's very qualified leads on Twitter. So here's the strategy what I like to use. So post 4 to 5 tweets every single day. And you don't need to come up with any of that ideas. Just use ChatGPT to come up with all your tweet ideas. And your tweets don't have to be really specific or niche down like your YouTube content or Instagram content. It can be a bit more general. You can talk about business or like self-improvement in general, right? Your bio should be the same as your Instagram. Profile picture should be the exact same as you can see over here. You just like a bio, right? So helping young people to make money online. And yeah, I don't know, right there. That's as simple as Twitter gets. You just schedule your posts. What I like to do is at the start of every single day, I just like to schedule my tweets at the start of every single day. That way I don't have to worry about it for the rest of the day. Right. Next thing is Skool. So Skool is really, really powerful, especially for getting qualified leads. Right. So your bio should convey exactly what you do. Alright, so here's my bio. Helping school community owners make money online. And then there's a call to action to my free community. So you'll see it here in my bio. Right. I want you to make sure you add your social links at the bottom of your profile. So I have to have my website there, my Instagram, Twitter, and YouTube. So therefore people can then follow me on YouTube and then the whole funnel process starts. Or they follow me on Instagram or Twitter and they get funneled. The whole funnel process starts into getting them funneled to the paid community. Right. I want you to join around 25 communities in your niche. Then I want you to start interacting with the community. So once you've been accepted, start interacting with the community with comments, make some posts, right? And then I want you to hop onto their calls, like those weekly calls they have inside the community, and just interact with others, build that relationship with others. Then I want you to make one value post every single day inside each community. You can just copy and paste it if you want. And then I want you to repurpose those guides into a short, or you can do it into a long form video. Then copy and paste those guides or those posts into all the communities you're in. And then engage with all the comments and likes you're going to get. Then I want you to message people that leave a comment and start a conversation. That conversation is going to lead them to get on a free value call because they already want more. They like the value you give. They're going to want more value. Then I want you to get on a sales call with them, right? That's what, and then you close them. That's the whole process, right? And I want to get it clear. Don't promote anything in your posts, right? And just one final tip I want to leave it on is you want to seem as if you're a salesperson. You're a friend, not a salesperson, because people hate, like on Skool, people don't like people that are selling. So you just want to seem like a friend, just giving a bunch of value, and then you just simply close them. Okay, now you're gonna get a amount of like members actually come into your community. You're gonna get a bunch of members in your community, right? Now, step 7 is community engagement, because once you have those members, you want to keep them engaged inside the community. You don't want to make the community a ghost town. So the thing is, you need to get members engaged from the start of the community. So there's a simple way I like to use it. So first off, there's a membership request question. So as soon as one member clicks the join button, they're gonna be prompted to answer these questions. Right, and the first question you want to have is an email, so then they can be added to the Zapier integration into the high level and into the email list. And the second question I like to ask is what they're struggling with. Right, so let's say in your niche. So let's say your niche is about helping people make money. So what's your biggest struggle when it comes to making money? Answer in a full sentence. This is really, really powerful. Right. Next thing is you want to have an automated message that joins as soon as they join. So it should be a simple one-line message that says, "Hey, name, welcome to group name. So, hey John, welcome to the 1% Club. What are you currently struggling with when it comes to making money?" And you want to make sure that it doesn't seem automated. It doesn't sound automated, right? This sounds very simple. Hey John, welcome to, what are you currently struggling with when it comes to making money? It's as simple as that. You just want to keep it as simple as you can. Then what I want you to do is I want you to follow up with every single person that joined, or you can make a moderator do it for you and just reply to them saying, "Hey brother, welcome to the community. I saw you were struggling with X. I saw you were struggling with consistency when it comes to making money online. Is that correct?" Right? And they're gonna find out they're correct. And I want you to call them out for what they're struggling with. So this is the whole point of this. Call them out. Get that pain. Get them to feel that pain. I want you to make sure you only do this for qualified leads though. Not unqualified leads, because then you're gonna be wasting your time. Only do it for qualified leads. Next thing is they're going to reply with saying yes, because obviously that's what they're struggling with. So they're going to reply with saying yes. Then I want you to follow up with this. Right? I can actually help you with this. Tell them, I can actually, so you want to tell them that you can actually help them with that. And then you want to tell them that you can hop onto a one-to-one call to fix that problem. Right? Tell them that you aren't going to sell anything. This is really, really valuable. Say that, "Hey bro, I'm not selling you, just here to give value." Right? Simple as that. Then when they hop onto the call, I want you to make sure you give a lot of value. So make this a 15-20 minute really, really valuable call. And then in that call, I want you to make them book another call. And then in that call, a second call they book, just close them in that call. It's as simple as that, right? The next thing is for engagement is welcome post. So I want you to make a welcome post every 24 hours. So I want you to let in new members every 24 hours. So this simple way is you can make a welcome post for new members that join. So let's say when you let in new members every 24 hours, make a welcome post. Right. Then in that welcome post, I want you to outline the community rules and the first action step when joining. Or if you don't want to do that, just literally just link the community or welcome the pinned post. So here's an example of this is what I did in my community. So these are the members that joined the last 24 hours. I hope we welcome our newest members. Here are the newest members in the last 24 hours. Can everyone please give them a warm welcome to the community? So just at them and then just write, can you please write introduction under the pin post and make sure you read the rules. Be on the lookout for a message from me. If you have any questions, feel free to message me. I hope you enjoy the community. Simple as that. They're going to get a warm welcome in the comments from the people already inside the community, which is going to be really, really powerful, and it's going to engage them from the start. Next thing is engagement posts. I think keep it 1 to 2 times a day. So engagement posts just engage the community. So engagement posts make the members express their opinion and actually make them feel like they're part of a community. So it makes people vote on posts, and people love posts because they love expressing their opinions. So here's an example of engagement posts. Our self-improvement video is really productive, right? So he had a bit of context in there, and then you can see there's 60 votes, 60 votes on the thingy, right? Obviously got more, right? But then the comments, there was so much debate in the comments, so many people in the comments were debating. It was like a proper community, right? Everyone was having their own opinions in the comments, and it's proper. So this is exactly what you need to do. So make engagement posts 1 time, 2 times a day. I'll recommend either one at the start of the day, one at the end of the day, right? Spread them out and then give people time to actually respond and comment on each of those posts. Okay, next thing is to come up with the ideas for these engagement posts. Use AI. So here's a comment. Here's a prompt that I like to use. Create engaging posts inside the community that spark controversy. Topic of the community: self-improvement, school, physical health. Right, and just give it a small example, and then look what it comes up with. It comes up with a bunch of ideas. Right, is morning routine best product? Is morning routine overrated? Right, is self-discipline the most important trait for success? Are cheat meals important, right? This is just incredible. The power of AI is incredible. You don't have to think anymore. Literally, everything's there. You just got to copy and paste it into there and just make a poll. Simple as that. Okay, the next kind of post you want to make is the value post, and you want to make these 1 time every single day. So 1 value post every single day. Okay? And a value post is just you can just repurpose your old newsletter. So let's say you made a newsletter post 1 week ago, just copy and paste that and make a value post. You're still gonna get engagement. Okay, so here's just some ideas on how to create some value posts. So I want you to rewrite value posts in other communities. Another one is you could subscribe to newsletters, a bunch of newsletters inside your niche, and just rewrite. Let's say someone sent me a newsletter, I'm just gonna rewrite it. So I'll just give you guys a quick example. My newsletter. I have a bunch of people, so let's say Daniel Neal. So we go to this guy. I'll just rewrite this whole thing. Rewrite this newsletter, or if it's a small one, just go to NGT or something. Just rewrite this newsletter, and that could be your value post. Obviously, just make it much longer and much more authentic to you, but you get the idea, right? Another way you can make is, let's say you watched a YouTube video, you took a bunch of notes, turn those notes into a valuable guide, summarize YouTube videos or podcasts. And the final one, just share some personal experiences, because people love stories. And if you can have stories inside your value post, that's going to be so powerful. Those are the ways to make value posts. Now, next thing is inside your community, you want to give away free resources. So if you find something useful on the internet, I want you to share it inside the community. Let's say you find a PDF. Right? Let's say you find a doc. I want you to give it away for free. And on top of that, you can do a mini challenge. So it's just a small challenge inside the community where top of the 7-day leaderboard wins that resource. Right? And what this does is it builds up goodwill. It actually engages the community. The leaderboards are going to go crazy. Okay. Now, there's also weekly challenges, right? What I've found is that monthly challenges are way too long, right? You can still give it a go. Monthly challenges are still going to work, but it's just going to be a bit too long. I think 2-week challenges or weekly challenges are much better for engagement. So the thing is, it does have leaderboard challenges. And the reason I'm saying have leaderboard challenges is simply because it's going to increase engagement and it's going to boost the discovery rank of your community. And when that discovery rank gets boosted, more qualified people are going to see your community. And when more qualified people see your community, more chance for you to make money. So it's as simple as that. Have leaderboard challenges. Right. example of some prizes you can have is number one gets a massive prize, number two gets a mid-tier prize, and number three gets a low prize, right? I want you to make the prize for number one something that people really want, right? So not so that they don't settle for number two or three. An example that could be a 30-minute free call with you, or like you're giving away a free course you paid for like $1,000 for. Just as simple as that. It's just prizes. Here's some examples of some weekly challenges you can have inside your community. Whoever writes the most amount of guides gets a prize. Whoever writes the longest guide, or whoever makes the most valuable post inside the community inside the next week. That's as simple as that. You just want to build up goodwill and just want to give away as much free value as possible. Now let's move on to something which I call Member of the Month. So I want you to have a classroom section in your community called Hall of Fame, and inside that module, I want you to call a Member of the Month, right? And whoever is the most active in the community in the entire month gets something special, like the prize, and their name also goes in the Member of the Month for that specific month. So this is a new strategy I'm actually going to implement into my community, because it actually makes people feel like they actually want something, and it's going to make them participate again and win more and win more and win more next time. So it's absolutely massive. It's going to be so helpful in your community and also increasing engagement. Now, this is a tip that Aaron, my business partner, came up with. It's called community games. It is so powerful, right? We named it the 1% Club Games, and it's like a World Cup round robin format. So 32 people sign up. So we have like 50 people that sign up, but I only pick 32, and you put them facing off against another person. So it's like a round robin. We have 2 challenges every single day, and then the winner moves to the next round. And then we have like a round of 16, quarterfinals, semi-finals, finals, and there's some massive prizes which they win, right? And how do you determine who versus who? Well, I basically search up the wheel of names. I put all the names inside there, and just select like that. So it's simple as that. All right. So here are some examples of some challenges you can include inside that challenge. So show proof running. So run 10 kilometers without stopping. Right. Cook a healthy meal and show us. Write a YouTube summary. So write a summary on a YouTube video about Alex Ramosi or something like that. Right. And just another tip is I want you to tell them to make a separate post for each challenge. And what this does is it actually increases community engagement. So here's an example. Right, the 1% Club Games is officially started, right? As you can see. See the rules, like I've given some big rules. There was 3 days in the paid community, right? Semi-final wins 2 free talks in business, 1 week in the paid community, right? Alright, the winner wins $50 in cash prize. Now you know the rules, like at the challenge begin. And then people signed up, right? So we had like 40 people that signed up, and 32. I only selected 32. And now here's an example of a challenge that we ran. So round 7 of 1% Club Games, the rules are simple. Challenge. So here's a challenge. It's a simple challenge, but then they post in the comments. They make a separate post for each of these challenges, and what they do is when they make a post, they get the link of that post and put it underneath this. So it's as simple as that. Okay. So now let's go back. That's community engagement done. That's so powerful. Like if you can just nail that, if you can just nail everything I said in step 7, which is community engagement, you're gonna have a fantastic community. All right, now we move on to step 8, which is basically affiliates and referrals. Now, this is a strategy that every single Skool community can benefit from. And just a quick heads up, Skool is actually working on an affiliate program, which is going to be coming out soon. So make sure you guys stay tuned for that. But right now, we're going to be working with what we have. Okay, and just a warning tip, I want you to understand this. Only do this if you want to scale fast. If you want to scale slowly, do not do affiliates and referrals, right? So what is it? So people in your community basically refer other people to the community and they get rewards in return. So here's an example of how you could do this in a free community. Add like a third membership pending question that says who invited you into the community. Every time it says someone's name, add their name into a Google tracking sheet. And at the end of the month, see who invited the most amount of members. And then just give them a reward, right? Give rewards to people that invite 5, 10, 20, 50 people into your community. And the better the prize or the stronger the prize, the more people that will participate in it. It's just like a flywheel effect. It's just so powerful, right? Now, how can you integrate this into a paid community? All you got to do is just set up a Stripe link, set up a promo code that gives you a discount, and just add a promo code for every member that wants to join. So let's say they send a Stripe link plus a promo code. So they send a Stripe link, and if someone purchases from the promo code, they get a discount, and the other person gets a commission. So put the Stripe link in your about page, where you can see, got a discount code, click here. And if you check out, let's say per month, that's just the sample. See, it's general price is 56 per month. Click on add promotion code, add the promotion code, and then now you see it's 20% off. So now you get 44, and then the rest of so that person that referred them gets $11. It's as simple as that, but affiliates are just so powerful. Like, this is just a fly. It's so simple, but it's just a flywheel effect. It just keeps working and working, and the more affiliates you can get, the better it's gonna be. Now that's step 8 done, which is affiliates and referrals. Now we move on to step 9, which is now we're getting to the proper part, which is monetization. Now we're probably gonna be making money from our community, and not just 1K a month, 2K a month. We're gonna be making a shitload of money from this community. Okay. Now you should only start a paid community or high ticket mentorship once you see people actually interacting inside the community. Right. And if you've done everything correct until now, then people will probably be interacting with the community, all the engagement stuff and all that. And how can you tell if people are interacting? Right, once you've built that connection with them and once they start trusting you as an authority figure. Those 2 things done, easy, time to monetize. So there's basically 3 parts which you want to go down in terms of monetization. You can pick either one of these. So you can either go down high ticket mentorship / coaching, low ticket plus high ticket, or you can just sell one-to-one coaching. Alright, so let's go down these 3 parts. So we're just going to go down the first one, which is high ticket mentorship plus coaching. So this is the best path if you don't have a massive audience. And massive audience, I mean like 50, 60, 70K subs. If you don't have a massive audience, this is the best path to go down. So how can you do this? So all you have to do is create a separate community for the specific avatar you're targeting. Have a free community for this to run. So for this to run, you need to have a free community. You then make a separate community for the high ticket paid one. So I want you to set out all the courses and resources. And I suggest making this like a done with you or done for you product. So I want you to charge a high one-time fee than like a small monthly retainer. So it could be like 1K up front and 50 a month after that. All right. So first few clients, I want you to charge them lower so you can get them results, or you can even work for free so you can understand the market's needs and desires a bit more, and they can leverage that when you're charging your paid thingy. So how can you get a high ticket client? Simple. Give away free 15-minute value calls, give tons of value in that call, get them to book another 30-minute call on that value call. And then on that 30-minute call, send them your product. So call them out for the call out the present point and the desired outcome. So we should just call them out for the current situation and just see that what the desired situation is. Just present your solution as the bridge and just onboard them onto your program. And this should just get them insane results. Give them daily check-ins, weekly calls, and just get a testimonial from them. And you can just like start the whole flywheel effect. Use a testimonial for getting more and more people in, and use the affiliate referral thingy where they can get a commission of every person they bring in. It's as simple as that. Now, to get testimonials, there's a full structure on how you can get testimonials. So ask them, what was life like before you invest? So get them on a call and you say, hey bro, this is a quick testimonial with Google Meet. It would be great if you could answer some questions. Send them these questions beforehand so they can prepare a little bit. And then when you make the testimonial, it's much better. So ask them these questions. What was life like before you invested into the community? They answer. What are the external stats that other people would observe after you've joined the paid community? They answer that. What made you take that next step? They answer that. What were the things you cared most about? Or what are the things you were most concerned about? And the next one is, what's life like internally and also externally? Right. This is a simple testimonial structure, which Alex mostly recommends you guys use. And then what you can do is you can put these testimonials on your social media platforms. You can put these testimonials in your community. You can put this community testimonials as Facebook ads. You can run these Instagram ads, Facebook ads for your community. It's so powerful. Okay, that's path 1 done. Now let's move on to path 2, which is the low ticket plus high ticket. All right. So first off, you want to start off with the low ticket community first, and this can range from $20 to $70 a month. All right. And the low ticket obviously is going to be a do it yourself. So you give them everything. So you give them the resources and systems, and they just basically implement it. So I want you to give the community calls for added support and questions they may have, and just literally just give them the basic structure of everything. Just a basic structure. And then the next thing is just then upsell them to your high ticket mentorship because they're already warmed up. They're committed customers because they're paying on a monthly basis. And that means they're going to have probably more money to invest into your high ticket mentorship if they see value in what you're doing. Right. So here's the key to marketing low ticket. Get your members fast wins, right? If you get your members fast wins, they're going to stay for a long time. Right. Next thing is give them a one-to-one call as soon as they join. And in that one-to-one call, give them fast wins. Map out the blueprint to getting on the desired outcome. And then at the end of the call, or maybe you get on another call later, and then just upsell them on your high ticket solution. It's as simple as that. Now, let's go over how to convert members from free to paid using the one call method. Now, I don't use the one call method, but if you want to save yourself some time, then use this method. So I want you to label these calls as for free value call. So these are only for members in the free community to the low ticket community, not the high ticket, because it's a low ticket community. You don't want to be spending so much time. Right. So when they book the call, ask them these questions: email, phone number, what they're struggling with, and some additional notes they have. Now, here's the structure of the call. I want you to introduce yourself, build some rapport. Ask them why they booked the call. This is the discovery phase. Dig deeper into the reasons, right? Why did you join this call? What's your motivation behind joining this call? What do you wish to get what do you wish to get out of this call? Why did you join the community? This is the discovery phase. Next things, and then dig deeper. I want you to write everything down. Get like a notebook and just write everything down. Next things, I want you to give some value. Give them a small blueprint to overcome their problem. Then I want you to show them inside the paid community, so give them a walkthrough inside the paid community. I want you to sell the high ticket first, because it's always better to sell the high ticket program before you sell the low ticket, because you can make more money. And then if they don't have it, like if they don't want the high ticket program, then just downsell them to the low ticket. And then once you get them results from the low ticket, upsell them again to the high ticket. It's as simple as that, but it works so powerful. All right, that's the second part. Now the third path is just selling one-to-one coaching. And what this is just basically trading time with you for money. So make a module in your free community, naming it one-to-one coaching, and put a price tag on it as to how long the call will be. Let's say the call's gonna be 1 hour long. It's a $99 call. Right? I want you to promote these through your school posts. Then what happens is people buy these calls, and you can sell different packages. For example, 1 hour of coaching could be $60, 2 hours of one-to-one coaching, $100, 4 calls per month, $350, 8 calls a month, $600, right? Simple as that. That's the one-to-one coaching call method. Now, that's how you can monetize your community. Now, if we go back, the best case scenario is you sell path 2 and 3, because you have a low ticket, you're getting cash from that. You have a high ticket, getting cash from that. And then you also sell low ticket as well. Or what I would recommend is the best case scenario. Sell a high ticket mentorship, high ticket community, high ticket coaching program, and just sell one-to-one coaching where you just trade time for money. It's as simple as that, because you don't want to be managing a low ticket with like a bunch of members and there's like a churn rate and all that. You don't want to be managing that. Trust me, I've been there. I've managed a low ticket community. I don't want to do it again. Right? High ticket is the best way to go about it. Right? So sell high ticket. Best piece of advice I've given. So sell like a high ticket plus one-to-one coaching. So that's the best. So now let's move on to step 10, which is the final step. And this is where we're going to be leveraging partnerships and networking. This is step 10. I want to make sure you're only on this step if you've mastered the 9 steps above. If you haven't, right, then do not do this step. And by now, you should have a decent following on Instagram by now. And Instagram is by far the best networking platform. All right, and we need to leverage that. We need to leverage the following you have now. So here's the Instagram DM strategy for networking. So I want you to identify a decent, not a big influencer, but like just a mid-sized influencer or even a micro influencer in your niche. Then I want you to go through the followers and just check the followers with the blue tick and see what niche they specialize in. Mistake there. And then next thing is I want you to make sure that you only send a message to those who are offering a service that would be a good bonus to your community. Let's say they have 50K subs. They can teach content creation inside your community. Let's say they've mastered high ticket sales. They can teach high ticket sales inside your community. Next thing is you want to see where they're based. Ask them where they're based. Start a normal conversation with them. Hop into a call with them. And then tell them about your community. Strike a negotiation with them where it's a win-win. Maybe they can host calls or make a mini course inside your community and you do something in return for them. Maybe you pay them something, or maybe they're allowed to promote their high ticket course or whatever. And you want to make it a win-win, okay? Because if it's not a win-win, there's no point of them doing it for you. Okay, now we've fully completed the 10 steps to fully starting your school community and scaling it all the way to 10K a month. Literally, like you look at this. We've done all the 10 steps. Now let's start, right? All the 10 steps. Now, your action step is basically to rewatch this whole video. If you haven't taken action, rewatch this whole video and start from step 1. Go to 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, and actually start applying all of it, right? And now if you actually want this like entire blueprint, like this Miro board, then just join my free community. The link's going to be down below. Or what you can do is you can book a one-to-one free coaching call and I can send you this free Miro board in there. Life is a game of choices. I hope you make the right one.